matchup is pretty even though on both sides. We're seeing the Brewmaster do relatively fine against the Furion, even if he has like lots of reach and even got a bottle. And then we had the mid matchup where the Tinker's actually doing alright, but obviously died early, giving up first. So his laning phase is relatively even. I do think it needs to go well for OG though. Particularly shutting down Miracle, but it's just not happening. We've seen this a lot of times. Aggro duel and aggro challenge into Terran lane. He's just so hard to put harassment damage on and threaten because of his super high armor start. He has the highest armor at the start of the game. Here.
That point in reflection, helping out each time it's done because it's kept on with Superman. Getting very low in the mid lane though. And with their wraparound for Jerax, they are going to look to try and dive in. But Superman is cutting him up through the trees. He's able to turn and take it down. The Helmet Kuro seeping in. G8 there as well. No tail. He'll get punished as well. But Superman surviving, salving back up to full health. As the play from OG just wasn't there in the mid lane. Jerax trying to dive in. It was night time, but he absolutely overestimates his capabilities of the Night Stalker.
Yeah, he was a level 1 nuke, and on top of that, it's going to be dispelled by the fact he's got Corrosive Skin level 2 on the Viper. So, even though he was on very low HP, you don't have the damage to actually threaten. He could have healing south as well in between hits. Any of those options were available for him. So, he's going to get his level 6 well before No-Tail has his level 5 even. That is going to kill the lane for No-Tail. I think he's actually just got to go jungle at a certain point, and maybe someone else takes over the mid lane, maybe the Disruptor. In fact, if he doesn't get out now, he may die to mind controls rather.
Oh, he is mind control. Seeping in, laying down the Sprout. TVs will be coming through to try and help out. OG, they put the Viper Strike down onto No-Tail, but Superman just mans up, looks for the kill, is not phased at all by a level 3 TPM from Fly. It was also very low on mana. 4th kill for Liquid, 2k lead. Building up very, very early. Mind control will be found out on the retreat. Trying to get back to the strike. Sounds up. Oh, is that going to save him? It will. The sound between the hits buys in time. He turns with the Sprout, goes for the TP. He makes it away. Jerax can't even get the kill on mind control. Retreating on minimal health there. That's, I mean, if he's not still smiling and clapping, I'll be surprised.
And you've heard it, Owen, right? Like, how many times have you heard somebody say a Night Stalker has to have a good first night?
This is something more than just a sleepless night, really, for Night Stalker. He's not having a start.
No, certainly level 2 at 6 minutes in, and they managed to kill the Razor bottom lane. Looks like they're even going for the kill on Fly. Beautiful body blocking here from Mind Control.
The stop as well, buying time to surround him with those treants. A 6th kill for Liquid. They are holding nothing back in this game too, straight from the off. S4 walks towards mid with that primal split, maybe seeing if he can find an angle to get in onto the Viper, but it's a hard kill as it is, and he'll just make the slow walk back up to top lane as you realise nothing is there to be found. Bottom lane getting pressured in by Liquid. Turning up for this level for Razor. What does he do at this stage? He static links, it's immediately broken. S4 will TP in. He's got the split. Kuro just goes for the straight TP out and he'll make it. No way to stop it. And no time for S4 to pop the split and get the stun off. So they'll lose the tower. This is looking rough for OG.
No-Tail still isn't level 6. He's got his soul ring finally. He wants to be able to go back into the jungle and clear through some of his attacks. He sees Mind Control. Mind Control being super aggressive is going to be forced away by Jerax's team.
Jerax tries to go for the chase now. Get a few punches in him to try and get in position for the body block. S4 is there as well. Fly also, they're sending him max numbers mid. Fly see if he can get some sort of control on the Timber, but the Timberman just goes in with the Viper Strike. The Astral Echo Stomp's there as well from G8, setting up for a 7th kill for Liquid. It just doesn't stop.
S4 is struggling to find a place in this game as well, because he was having fine time in his lane phase, but the other lanes were going poorly, so he tried to wrap on mid lane, tried to go for the Viper, Common Man one step ahead of him, tried to go for the bottom lane. We had that Nightmare Crow TP outplay as well. He ran back into mid, still not finding a opportunity to go for that final split. Like, he needs to be able to utilize this to be able to get them some sort of kills, because OG is just suffering so badly in their laning phase, they need to offset that somehow.
Found himself an inhibitor in here. Was under the Ops War, so might be able to go for any sort of plays. Do that hang around, maybe see if someone comes in momentarily, hold off with the Viper Strike. TP does come through, but OG more than wise to do so. One lane, left onto Kuroki, but Kuroki holds back one with the Nightmare. Miracle moves into the massive Nature's Wrath bounce there. Perfectly done by Mind Control, getting a huge nuke on top of the Night Stalker. Will secure yet another kill for Liquid.
And Mind Control can still position himself in front of this push from S4.
Oh, look at the build as well. The straight treads, Meteor Hammer is what he wants. He is ready to style on these balls. As we've seen in this item, it is great. It has got a lot of strong purposes in a game like this. It's going to make the push so strong, so quick from the Liquid's lineup, and it's going to make the catch even more potent there. Sprout into Meteor Hammer. There's more than enough time for Mind Control to beat down any of these heroes.
Now, it's going to be less effective if Tinker can actually get farmed into level 2 rearm, and if he gets the Blink Dagger, then the Meteor Hammer takes such a long time to drop that that combination wouldn't give him a solo kill potentially against the Tinker, which is why I thought he would go Orchid. But it will give them this overwhelming push. Liquid is just going to push the tempo of this game against OG and say, we're going to go from winning the laning phase to taking all of your towers, and that's another way you can really threaten the Tinker. Even if you don't have Tinker Hunters, if you can limit all that outer map control before he gets bots and Blink, then he has a hard time being able to find farm on the map. And if he does find farm, he's usually soaking all of it up and using his allies.
S4 has got that Blink complete on the Brewmaster. This is so important for OG that they make something happen here, because if they don't, this game is going to be in complete shambles. They have to get a pick with this.
And look at Kuro, he's just sitting behind a ton of man, knowing that it's probably charging up a block.
So we'll get the split off, put the field down, then looking towards Matsumaman. Then it's back on Kuroki. Matsumaman still alive for now. Off the one shot, he's trying to get out of there. There's the Sucker as well for Miracle, buying time for Matsumaman to get out. And OG, they just can't get the kill here. Blind the one to fall, the Seam Stop comes down to 3. OG lose 2. Miracle there with the pro play coming in with the save, allowing them to mana and move in for more. They're going to get 3, they're going to get 4. No Tail's going to fall as well. It's 12-0. Liquid just start dying. And you can absolutely see why Mind Control was just in pure glee off the back of this draft. This is the reason why he was smiling and clapping his hands. He knew that they had this draft in the back. He knew that they had this play in the back. It's 11 minutes in. It's 12-0, 6k lead, and Liquid, they're pushing for more.
The play the panel talked about was that series where Mind Control played the support Vengeful Spirit, and they talked about how selfless that is. And it went into the philosophy of Liquid and how they play for each other. Miracle's play there with the Sunder, that's playing for the rest of your team. The fact that he's willing to sit behind his teammates there and use Sunder, like, normally you would see Terrorblades just off farming some side lanes, but...
Getting gone by Jarex, so he turns with the Viper Strike. Jarex is just dead. Nicholas back, they do have the Static Storm who tries the TP out, but with the clamp, there we go. OG get themselves the first kill on the board. They look towards Kuro, can they get themselves a second? They can't. Kuro's able to TP out of there. So OG at least able to finally put a dent to the lineup of Liquid.
900 gold chain for that one kill. Oh boy.
Disruptor.
Yeah, 650 gold for him. They desperately needed that on the Taker. He still does not have boots of travel. He's still trying to just, clear through this stack in the offlane jungle, or its own jungle area. Still hasn't been able to do it because the pressure has just been mounting from Liquid this whole time. He also has to be the one to sit in front of these tower pushes and get out those Martian machines, but isn't getting the opportunity to do both.
Players Phoenix, GH, she's now got that level 6, so in these team fights, which we've seen quite a few where it's turned to a full 5v5, the Earth Spinner going to be deadly, especially with the set they've already got, the Sprout, the complete Meteor Hammer on Mind Control, all of these stuns sort of being thrown out in the midst of these fights that are going to be fatal for OG if they make a wrong step. 13 kills before the 13-minute mark for Liquid. They're 3 cores, quite that bit ahead for 3 cores of OG, at least a clear 1k between all 3 of them.
You know what the really OP thing about Meteor Hammer, in my opinion, right now, is the fact that it's a 25-second cooldown, so you can just clear every single wave as it comes up. So Mind Control can effectively push through things all the time, if not all 3. Trance on one side, Meteor Hammering another, and then the Wrath of Nature constant. That much space creates opportunities for Liquid to be able to move around as like these 3 or 4 man units kind of hunting some of the heroes of OG and just getting the better position for themselves. pushes as well. That being said, the booster travel is finally up with the Tinker, so he can kind of offset some of that pressure on the side lane and even put some pressure of his own, as we're seeing what's happening here in this bottom lane.
Absolutely. And as you said, this is one of the strengths. You know, catch for the Tinker is not amazing, so no tell, he can get away with these pushes. Feel relatively safe doing so at the moment.
Yeah, and they're continuing to, like, they don't even go for a Shadow Blade on Viper or anything like that. Batu goes for Helmet Dominator and again, Blade Melee. So, again, they're focused more on the brute force push that's going to be happening later on in the game, rather than trying to bind the team to shut them down. They've already shut them down enough in the laning phase, and they'll continue to try and just keep the pace of the game so they can end it before it gets too late.
Troll was pushing in. Some man there as well. Troll will back up. The man with that helmet on, he's got the golem ready to stun and catch out anyone that walks in his way. Don't want to hang around too long there over that side of the map. Top. Looking pick off Primal splits back up. Some sort of very defensive mode. Lanes getting pushed in the way that they could have been able to force OG to play as safe as they are, so brute up as 4 for the most part. It's very hard for OG to catch up on their cores with regards to the farm.
This next game time is going to be particularly potent for Liquid. They'll have Metamorphosis up about the same time as day and stuff, but actually they're hunting the Night Stalker right now. It's a little bit shy of catching.
So there as well, D push. Down the hammer, successful. Mid trying to keep GH away from a bit of farm himself on that Titan.
Curve setting up for the TV rotations.
Do it, Resolution straight away though, pops the item, so they got the static storm as well. So Kuro will lose his life. We'll see if the rest of the Liquid can clean up. The CP straight out being attempted by the Razor will be successful. Fly as well will escape. Good disengage from OG. None of their lives will be lost today.
Yeah, smart by Fly committing that static storm. They couldn't afford to get that Nightmare Fiend Spirit combination where they're both held in place while TV rotations come in. So they actually get away scot-free. Get a second kill on board. Well, things are kind of slowing down in this game, and that's good for OG, I believe. They just need the dagger on Tinker, everything. And once he gets the link, he can play this little game a lot more aggressive.
Into the man. Walks into smoke. OG, they have to jump with the primal split, focusing the Viper. But Timmerman's all on his own, the rest of Liquid will leave him be. Relatively tanky, but they've got the chase down, and Timmerman will fall. OG, with the smoke getting one big kill. Even more, they've got the Horizon. Smoky there, the vision for the Glimpse back into the kinetic build. OG striking back in, and will take 2.
They beat up the Tinker really well, but also my favorite thing about mine was the fact that both Jerks and S4 looked for that extra kill immediately and found it with the Kuro sitting in the back. Because again, when you're ahead this much, even that extra support kill is actually worth so much to you. Not just in gold, but also experience, map control you're going to get with those two heroes gone.
Yeah. Over into the pit at the moment. Got that ward outside that was watching the whereabouts of S4. He's trying for Roshin.
Keep your hammers all around, despite the Jarek storm.
Oh my goodness. Mind Control's in on Roche. This is quite an early Roche attempt. With the fight from Terrible, they can certainly do it. Positive Metamorphosis.
I think they feel there's just no way that OG.
Yeah. Without the primal split, that's pretty much their big team fight. Sure, there's a static storm, but they really do need both tools, OG, to have a chance in his team fight. So Liquid will get themselves this free Roshan, GH outside of the pick, keeping OG's attentions elsewhere. Roche will be playing the Aegis into the hands of Miracle. Keep it across from Mind Control, just find the Sprout onto Jarek. Jarek quickly finds his way out. Okuro's there with the Fiend Script. Meteor Hammer a little bit too late as Jarek is able to walk away. Static Storm from Fly cancels the Fiend Script. OG keep their distance, won't lose any of their own lives. Resolution continuing to try and split this down on that bottom lane. The mid-tier 2's in trouble. Miracle have to use the rest of that Metamorphosis to bring the tower down low. Can't quite finish it off for now. We'll come back for that later. 2 2 Liquid will TP themselves out. Mind Control straight down bottom to alleviate some of the pressure applied by Resolution.
So they may have gotten Aegis, but at the same time, OG still have all their tier 2s up by the time they've gotten Blink Dagger for this Tinker. Level 13 as well, so he's getting towards his max strings. Considering the start of this game, Owen, I don't think this timing is too bad. OG really stopped the bleeding in this game.
And as we saw, last game, they were certainly good at that position, where they did have sort of that network disadvantage, but they still showed us that they can slow down the pace of it. The struggle was in last game being actually able to return it into their favour, gain that advantage once again. We'll see if they are able to do it this time round. So once again, we are seeing OG's ability to slow down the pace, the tempo. Liquid's trying to pull. Do not have the Fiend's grip, but they do have the meter range.
Oh no! You have to right click him!
Oh no! Kuro didn't right click through the Nightmare! And now Kuro, he may pay for this. He's sort of surrounded, they've got the march of the machines down. Kuro is going to fall. As you said, one right click from Kuro there would have sufficed.
And now it may just get worse. They might be able to grab more heroes here.
They've got the vision onto Miracle. Miracle getting glimpsed back into the field. Kuro's going to buy back, but the Static Storm's down. They'll lose the Aegis on Miracle. Primal splits out. OG looking to take more out of this one. Fly will get surrounded by the Treants. They'll lose Fly, OG. But No-Tail keeping these march machines built up. There'll be the attempt from the Meteor Hammer from Mind Control. He'll go for the Cell Sprout, the TP, but they have the Void to cancel that TP. Mind Control will fall.
X-Force.
They get more out of this one. The Primal split will end. S4 getting turned towards by Matsuma Man. The haze is out. Matsuma Man can't get the hits in. The blink out will be there. No-Tail does get surrounded though. He'll get one more march out, but will be taken down. GH still with his eyes onto Jarex. Jarex with his eyes back towards GH. Looking for the chase around GH. Trying for the Dukes. Keeping himself hidden in the trees. Jarex will be aware of his position, but looks like Jarex is scared. He knows that there's more coming in from Liquid. Kuro finds the Nightmare. GH will be allowed to close the gap with the stop. They have got Matsuma Man here as well to make sure that they've got just the right amount of damage to finish off Jarex. As Jarex will fall amongst the tree line. So still Liquid, they do come out slightly on top. They managed to get a tier 2, but as we said, it ends up being a little scrappy for them. Just because they didn't get that quick kill at the start.
Yeah, a couple of questionable positioning there from Big Daddy No-Tail. The first time he comes in, he actually puts himself in the trees, has to run back to TP away, and then obviously TP's back in, gets caught. As a result, they may just end up losing a lane of racks now.
Yeah. See, despite a little bit of a blunder from Kuro, it really doesn't matter here. As this top racks are in trouble, the tier 3 gets taken down. Liquid with the fight complete, continue to push on, focusing the barracks. Can OG hold this back? They've lost S4, he's down for 40 seconds. Does have buyback, but he doesn't have the primal split. So Liquid will be allowed to take that tier 3, take the melee racks. The range rack's falling low as well, but Liquid now back off. There's a glimpse onto Miracle, but the Matza style dodge. Dodging that glimpse, the stomps out onto 2. Liquid, they're ready to go back in onto OG. They'll find Fly. Jarex held down on the side by the Fiend script from Kuro. There's 3 falling on OG. The racks are gone. The 10k lead continues to grow. 19 to 6, 22 minutes in. Liquid, as we said, they're going to have to pull off a lot more mistakes than that for to allow OG to get back in this one, as they are just so far ahead right now.
Yeah, the timing, Owen, here that we were looking for OG was to get the Aghanim Scepter before your high ground is pierced by Liquid. Well, that Aghanim Scepter is so far away for the Tinker, and they've already lost 1 lane of rack. So Liquid is free for probably next 5, maybe even 10 minutes to slowly but surely take those other 2 lanes, and I just don't see a way for OG to be able to get past gold for Big Daddy No-Tail while simultaneously stopping the next upcoming pushes of Liquid. As soon as Metamorphosis is back up, I mean, they've got BKB coming in. Maybe they'll wait for that for a Miracle just because they don't have the Aegis anymore, but that's up. Force it.
Hood as well picked up for Kuro. Be sure that he's even more safe to sort of frontline this go for the Fiend script players in the midst of the fights. Just already the pipe from Mind Control helping out massively on those sort of high ground sieges in the spam. 11k lead, double damage down bottom. 2 on that, they'll secure that from a Timmerman to grab, pick up.
so many good answers for the Tinker's fan when it does come up. Even if he did have a Aghanim Scepter right now, they have Mech and Pipe for mind control. They're gonna have a BKB for Miracle when he does want to go high ground and just right click with his building. Like the Viper is super tanky as well. He's got a BKB of his own to be able to force things. I would even be surprised if he at one point picks up with that.
Yeah, actually saw the two instances, one after another. Incredibly strong. 6-game win streak on the line here for Notel. This game, once again, really is OG up against everything. Against the world as it seems with Liquid. Charles is waltzing in.
And yeah, with one later back spell, and especially with Fury on your team, you're always going to lose your back protection for some of these pushes. So, tier 3s.
That should be KB you talked about. Now, very little fear when it comes to trying to break the high ground if you're Liquid. BKB is pretty much making these two cores invincible against OG's lineup.
Yeah, take that second shrine, take the tier 2 at bottom. You know, OG, they're probably pretty skittish about any engagements against Liquid when they're up 11k like this.
Hotel. He's blinked into mind control, and mind control going for the Meteor Hammer will be there to cancel the stun. Hold Notel in place. He goes for the rearm, does manage to get the blink off. So should escape, and he will do so. Mind control nearly threatening the life of the Tinker on his own as this Nature's Prophet.
Dire's bottom shrine has fallen.
Being able to force Notel back to base will mean that mind control can get that bottom lane pushed around and look for that third and final tier 2.
Yeah, normally it's like we talk about in the Furion game, can you deal with the Furion split push? Here it's actually the Furion's going to be dealing very well with Tinker's split push, addressing that issue. He pushes back into the team and maintain an aggressive front on OG just outside of their base, making sure that pretty much no one feels comfortable on the side of OG of pushing themselves out and getting that greedy farm. Only Notel can pick up the CS and maybe Resolution when it comes to any CS that's right outside of their base.
There we go, another outer tower taken by Liquid. No chance for OG to put a stop to it. The Earth's going to get thrown into the base. They want to a couple of them. Some man as well, looking to go, and they've got the beam strip onto Jax. Jax is just dead, a Miracle on the back line. He's popping the Metamorphosis, and he's just shoving into OG. Resolution does get the link off, but Miracle just walks in and kills off the Tinker. The Sunder keeping Miracle alive. Has had a lot of his right click soaked up. But that's 2 dead on OG. Notel has to buy back for this defense. As now, his second lane of tier 3s and Rax in trouble. Matsumaman does get them back off the BKB. S4 jumps in with the primal split, manages to get it off. But the pipe's already out for Liquid. They just turn, they're beating down into these Brewlings, ripping S4 apart. As OG, it just seems like they don't quite have the damage to fight into this. That's 2 Brewlings nearly down. They've got the Sprout, Resolution's stuck, he does force out of it, fly, gets sent to sleep, he manages to get the Static Storm down onto 3, S4 comes back in with a clamp, but outside of it all, Miracle's just forcing them back, punching into them. OG just can't finish off these kills. The Meteor Hammer gets thrown out onto S4, S4 stops for 50 seconds, Liquid have taken the tier 3, they'll look to move. Go back up a little bit from the March spam. As OG managing to temporarily hold them off.
Fight like with that Static Storm, with that Kinetic Field Static Storm combination that Fly pretty much got all by himself. You can't win the fight, you can't even do enough to force Liquid outside of your base and keep S4 from dying. You're out of ammo at that point in time. You won't have Static Storm for the next push. You're going to have another Metamorphosis BKB push this time around. There's no tier 3s, so the racks are going to get gobbled up super quickly.
I think that Liquid having a bit of a mango break. I think a couple of those were swallowed, getting everyone back up to full mana, meaning that they could go straight back in. The mangoes are in. Nico's ready to go back in with a push. Rezo tries for the static link, gets broken straight away as the Nightmare holds him back. Viper strike down onto Rezo. He's able to force back. but this is just forcing himself away from the bigger issue, the fact they're losing the reaction. Hotel gets caught on the sideline. That's the Tinker down for 68 seconds. BKB's pop from Miracle as he just heads in, forces OG all the way back to base. Jarex will be able to flap himself into the fountain, but a second set of racks are gone. Liquid moves towards the middle. They can go for the rack, they can go for the tier 4, they can go for the game, because at 28 minutes, a 20k gold lead. This game is over. This series absolutely over. No question about it. Game looked pretty one-sided. Looked like OG never
And it's a similar storyline for both, which is we had one big intelligence core who just lacked the damage to be able to really threaten the whole entire Liquid line. I think the same person they're dealing with Storm Spirit right now is the game is oftentimes no longer about whether or not we have the control for the Storm Spirit, but whether or not the Storm Spirit can actually kill and break these heroes. Are they looking after Storm to get in, get those kills? Yes. It's the same thing here in this Tinker. Instead of having Tinker Hunters, which is traditionally the narrative, Liquid just go, what happens if they can't actually just stop our pushes? What happens if we just win the lanes, we go and shove all these towers in, and with that gold lead, we get our BKBs ended?
Absolutely, but there we have it. I mean, mind control, we saw him smart.
To give one of your supports the mid lane, right, but give them some experience, sap away. And on the dire side, you've got pretty good access to these jungle camp. Come in, ROYA. Lane. Gyro does so well. Contest of the bounty here. Vici Gaming get themselves a couple, in fact. Bounty looking to smite down the bottom one DK. Lose out, and Roger collects. Bounty runes there.
And named Bounty Hunter.
Absolutely. Role playing as the hero.
What do we have? We have Ramses, who's going to be playing off-lane OD. We're going to have Pasha on the top. The Fox solo might rotate to the bottom lane. Just like the... Not really. Virtus.pro actually read the...
Yeah, and they may have caught a glimpse, you know, of the Razor's item build or something like that, so they know the DK is in one of these side lanes, starting with Ramsey's spot, they realise that already down here they'll have the OD against DK lane, the Gyro against the Razor lane. Gyro decently quick on his speed, 326 move speed, can get away from the static link. Rely massively on it when he's got the rocket barrage trying last hits, but top lane, Pasha, Thunderstrike and a few hits from Fenrir as this aggressive dual lane causing a few problems in this initial stage for the...
The most important thing for Underlord is the forget level. This lane is fuck and Vayne. If you can keep Underlord level 1, zone him out, that'd be the best for us. They don't have the hero. The lane setup.
Pull across by Roger. attempted. Stop it there. Lano and Ori throwing out a couple of spells, but unable to connect with the wave, so he's under his tower, will secure some CS there. Wait, Roger even trying to go for a pull through here, maybe? Knifing out a little creep. The TP from Disruptor will not what is he doing? I mean, Lanham's looking to try and steal it away. Roger and Lanham having a bit of a head-to-head mind game battle as the 2-minute bounty rune is about to spawn.
Don't have any sentries, nor does deals significant damage to the Python, but can't really man up against.
Roger is the faster clicker. Bounty runes from the DK and the ET, and now the lane swaps begin. Feels like Pasha not comfortable in that top lane. Get a couple of levels and swing down towards bottom, so they'll have the OD against the Underlord now.
More that the OD is not the both supports and Lanham goes off wants to be the one who's actually threatening the OD's early farm.
2 levels in his Atrophy Aura for the Underlord. Solo got 1 deny on a creep, but finding the others be a little more difficult as now he's forced away. It's a lot of damage from 11 onto Solo. With the Spirit coming forward, sat back, Solo will retreat away, but here again is the ET Underlord lane. Havoc on this top spot for the OD. Lane. Blink again. Boots up on both of these heroes as expected in a Razor versus X lane. Advantage. Balance out as Roger mid lane with a 0-0-1, or 0-1-1 ring light up there, looking for the courier, but the golden Venomancer with the skull ring on it to deliver this down to Ori. Duke away.
He needs 2 hits back.
Without Shadow Walk level.
Yeah.
Shadow Walk level 2 gives you the instant. If I remember correctly. Ori getting his soul ring delivered in due course. Things settle down in the lanes a little bit now. Pasha will get himself a decent chunk of golden experience now in 1v1, but the aggro lane turns into a glimpse onto Solo. The damage coming through will force him to sprint away. He's got a Brain Sap and a Nightmare as well, so I think he's under too much pressure. He can just Nightmare Lanham and be perfectly fine to walk this one off, which he does exactly. Now Ramsey is left alone in a 1v3, which is, again, not want to happen. He's not getting lucky on this Essence Aura either. Throws out, what, 3-4 hits there?
5. And only one frog. I think with the stomp from ET, they could have gotten a kill on Solo. A little bit of miscommunication on the top lane. Board ready, even though Bounty Hunter is hasted.
Swing in and swing out. Roger, Orba Venom. Those boots could still go in on Paparazzi here. No one ready with the homing missile, and Solo with the Nightmare Brain Zap shows himself now. Paparazzi will take that as a signal to hide away from the VP heroes. Ramsey is up at top. Being forced out of this lane time and time again. They've got it into this little creep camp here, and Ramsey's trying to soak experience, trying to steal a last hit. He gets one. Central comes in, and now the backstab from Solo and Roger. In they go. Disrupted caught with the Nightmare. Roger waiting, biding his time. The little hits come through. That will be your first blood. No real turnaround power there from Vici Gaming.
Each creep spawns. Dragonet will get level 6 before that, so he wants to be the one pressuring the bottom tier 1 tower.
It's done. Sure, Pasha can't jaunt away. With brief fire 10 seconds, yeah, Pasha has enough time. No Soul Ring or anything queued up for Pasha here. He's got that blink queued for the rush straight into it. See that change in a little bit. He's got the bottle, I guess, to keep himself sustained with the wand. Shrine here along with no one's gyro. Tri-lane mid from Vici Gaming, defending Paparazzi. If you're looking for a shrine of themselves, as 11 is in position there. Utilising all the tools they have across the map.
Even though they were pressuring Ramsey, still has decent ping farmers, which is pretty amazing.
Fred's completed, moving into that Ring of Aquila. He's got the nice little wand there for the HP regen and the Aura. keep his mana going. Paparazzi, immediate dismissal of the static link if no one gets up on the ramp far enough out. But bottom lane, like you were saying, DK ult with a catapult comes in. Lip is forced. Two supports down here. They're looking for a play, but Pasha, difficult to bring down. Knows that once his orb is on cooldown, play a little more defensively.
They still have no test. The Bounty Hunter can roam around here. Saves 1 point. Yeah, 1 point for sure. Doesn't have mana. Battle wall.
Sneaky Courier. Fenrir. And about 2/3 of his HP. They see Roger there just pop in and out of Invis and fade.
I think he did it on purpose. May back off.
I'm here. From the Courier. Ult forward, no sentry still. Tower dies or he grabs it. In the back, Roger does move in with a little hits out. He'll go Invis again, but the Courier dying. Drops there, but not forward on it. They turn back to the bounty with the Nightmare down. Ori transfers to Fenrir, but Roger with one more hit will be secured as a kill. Rupture. A little more damage here as the Razor arrives. The TP out. Oh, that's going to be a dead particle, right? And the solo found with a stop. Vici Gaming making them pay. It will losing the Courier seems as well, but
They got away 3 kills for a Courier, and they can't use it. They got the item they want. Dragonite formed the next match. Could be here sticking around. Bane and the Bounty Hunter. That much. 5, close to 6. So.
here down bottom again. Solo. He's up to, but no one clears up the ult. The Nightmare Bane will get stunned up. The link from Paparazzi cut short by the TP out, but Solo will be left alone. Here they go. No one tried to escape. It looks slow. Drag it back into the lack of sentries, and Ben really does need to get himself some reveal. Got enough for his arcane boot. It does.
He's already on the mid lane. They want to pressure these towers because they have nothing to defend them with. Cooldown is ready in 10 seconds. Probably need to use it for the next wave. Stop the providing a lot of vision. Runes.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Pops out the Underlord, but Fenrir Invis moving into the mid lane. The TP coming in. They know this is happening. He moves forward, pull down in on the victory. Real chance to chase this one forward though, as the DK, yeah, very tanky, just turns around and says, hey, I've got 15 1 charges. If you want to try and catch me, go ahead. Give it a go.
Possible to kill the... They should just try to farm up that Blink Dagger on Pasha and be active with it since he's not that good of a hero early on. I mean, Jaro has a lot of levels on 3 Rocket Barrage, so they can fight with that, but they need someone to start the fight with.
They need that OD force down, cut the link, these maneuverability items, hyper around the static link, and the DK and Fenrir found by Roger. The green coil in, Pasha catches 2 with a wind rip as well, but the damage output of the Fenrir, sure you killed the disruptor, but the turnaround from Lanham, Solo killed off. Now the Razor, low HP, 1'd up, Sal ready to go as well, Ori tanking everything, and Pasha forced to run away with no one out of mana. They will give up on this. Sort of 1-for-1 as things close out there, but they still lost their tower, they couldn't defend it.
Again, they don't have a dust. They can't kill him.
Some sentries on Fenrir at long last with the arcane boots ready now. We can start to spend a bit more money on these reveal items. There's a smoke.
Yeah, I can already hear player. Yeah, but Vici didn't. Can't spam.
Why should we?
Fuck 500 gold away from his blink. A lot to initiate these fights. The OD farming very well in CS. They just need the Bounty Hunter to get levels. Has it gone? No one has home yet.
Bounty Hunter bought it. Courier, I think. Yeah. This earn, is that coming out onto him? Roger. Been pretty good.
Yeah, because I was looking at the Bane.
Now I always wonder, why hold on? Why not use it straight away?
You don't want to reveal it.
Keep it sneaky in.
Yeah. Now, I mean, it's minute 11:30. There's no point. Or it's fast counter. 3 track kills.
Puck blink, smoke in from VP, looking for a grab. The Overlords from Solo here might just have spotted that smoke. I don't know if that caught the glimpse of them. I wish I was Pinbuckle or I had him here to off it. Ori will maneuver themselves forward with the DK blink ready. And jump in and try and catch some people. Solo pops the smoke though as no one holds the high ground with him. Kings come out, a call down the line. Aggressively in with Paparazzi linking, Lanham still alive. One force can stand his ground and fight. Here comes Ramses though. How much in can he steal? With the recall forward, Ipasha grabs onto 2 of them, but Ori's so tanky they cannot defeat his Dragonite, and Ramses in trouble. Brought down. Virtus.pro lose both of their big core heroes.
Really good for KJ right now. They have nothing to deal with the Dragon right now, plus they have another tank core in Razor, and Underlord has a lot of farm. Fight, which will really a lot of damage. And Puck.
Really always very team focused, right? The drums on Razor, the pipe there. Underlord coming out, DK with a blink initiation, spot on. Dropped to with level 6 at this point. Ready to go and find some fights with Lanham now.
They need to find an opening of VP side, get some track kills on. They have a deep wards. They should play around that. Use.
They might find Ori here. Roger. Oh my goodness!
The 6th sense.
I think he saw like Ramsey just appear, and he blinked immediately. But I think Ramsey, came in here to like the circle of vision just for a fraction of a second, or he was out of there. Now he's in again. Arcane Orb, scary prospect, 3-man coil as well. But you see here, VP afraid of fighting into this. They've used their combo war, a huge part of it, and all they found now is Fenrir on low HP. Med transferred back to 11. The tracks are coming out, and Fenrir looks like he will die. Big OD ult will come and burn the mana, but Solo will fall. Pasha back in with a waning rip. Call down now. VP looking good as 11 chase back, but the Pit of Malice will hold them away from the DK. And Razor will survive. Pro though, a good fight with a number of track kills.
Yeah, that's exactly what they needed. Sadly for Vici, Elder Titan was on a bottom lane. That's their re-initiation tool. Set a couple of stuns up, get time to heal up, even though he had an urn as well.
Good boying with Lanham. Roger now. They go on these little scouting missions. Hunt for some couriers. Back to a VP because they are the ones that are. This early game momentum they've got behind the Razor and the Dragon Knight. Now a regen rune, not really required here for BG Gaming have planned. They want the quick in and out. They want to grab Ramses, the dust pop the sentry down. That's not Roger, that's Ramses. They both begin with the same letter, but the glimpse into the Static Storm. Astral's there, he will appear inside the field to stop Lamb, and Ramses in trouble. The force step away. He's going to get himself out of danger, just barely here. Ramses surviving, but finally we're down by the paparazzi. Bane Nightmares up, but dies immediately as Vici Gaming running rampant with this game. 1 by 1, Virtus.pro.
Something else. It's being pinged out. They saw.
Puck is not available. Still down at the bottom lane, and there's the urn.
Here with
the dragon form. Go back and Roshan. Still very early respawn time on VP. Pretty quick. Roger keeping vision. Make sure the VP can get back in. You're right, no Fiend's Grip is a problem. 16 minutes.
He's getting a lot of he actually wants to more towards the mid-late game oriented items. It's already 16 minutes in.
People late Midas. Kind of desperation things you're mentioning. Gyro trying to get into the Yasha here after the drum attack below. This is the gold spot though. Down ancient stack is already cleared large and medium. And ready in 1 second.
The thing I love about young Levin is his item pipe, and wants to go for a Heaven's Help. That item just OD because you're one step ahead. Especially if he goes Midas right now, he won't be able to. Gives you the missed chance, the great chance, and Gyro as well.
Yeah. No Lincolns, no BKB, no Blink, no nothing here for the OD. Only 4 staff to smoke past each other, but Paparazzi won't be caught. He's tanky though, and here comes the DK. The Razor's still alive, and he's going to be able to survive. Walks himself east. Now it's team that play to the west. The Razor falls, but look at Virtus.pro trapped inside the static stall and the field. No one. Can they jump on him? Can they catch him? He's speedy on the gyro with the face boots to go, but in comes Ori with the final breed fire. And in the midst of it all, they kill the Dire Courier as well. VP getting curb stopped in this game. 13-7. Every fight going the way of Vici Gaming.
They did not use get enough gold by Midas, it feels like. Maybe just changing one.
Maybe he even thinks Blinking Force, the Hurricane like BKB definitely going to be a big option for him here, seeing how well this ET and Disruptor are set for the fights around the DK and the Razor. You look at the build, you're talking about the old 11 Halberd after Pipe, kind of looking to close this game out in the next, let's say, 6-7 minutes, or at least get themselves into a position where they have full domination. But it's also the Razor BKB, the Dragon Knight BKB, that are going to be here around 20 minutes.
Yeah, the problem for Virtus.pro is that their support. Okay, they finally got him. Do they have a glimpse?
Gotcha. Roger, still alive. A bit more damage there from Vici Gaming needed. Fenrir jumped on, Raindrop pops out, and it looks like the Disruptor taking the Dream Coil, tanking for his team.
Easy cut from Virtus.pro. The problem will be that the support Virtus.pro don't scale very well. Vayne and late game, or on the other side you have El Titan, almost as the God of Atos. Do really good against the block. So he can keep them in place. But lack a little bit of lockdown. Range damage.
It looks like Roger there scouts the BKB of the DK, so they know that's up and come in and get a bit of paparazzi. They'll know that the double BKB is. So it's just kind of knock on done. And that really is going to be in the next 30 seconds of smoke happening, so Pro actually for a smoke of their own to try and set up for a fight, or they play big map, they spread around, they give away one kill somewhere on the map as the rest of them farm efficiently. Roger doing a very good job here, just keeping tabs on his Razor. Importantly, make sure that sight on the high ground there, but they'll keep on going, moving forward.
Not too much action going on. Vayne is getting a couple of levels. There's no full BKB on OD that's gonna help a lot. When he gets to level 15 with the move speed talent and the frag from Hunter, guys during these fights and save as much of the spell.
You know what else times in really nicely with BKBs and pipes? Albert is a Roshan with an Aegis here for the Dragon Knight potentially. And from the Dire comes in. Asha will scout with the orb. Vici Gaming a little more timid. Roshan take that may be required, but you have to respect Virtus.pro and their teamfight synergy. That really has been the kind of skill that this team has been built around, is that bouncing back and forth from player to player. Skills out there and making sure.
Bounty, providing vision from Razor. He has BKB, so it's a double BKB.
Stuff like that there. The Nightmare, the 4-star off the pot, keeping Pasha alive a little bit longer before we're over. But will get out of danger, even with a static storm dropped on his head. Now Virtus.pro may be in position. Will contest Roshan with Storm down, DK ult about a third of the way through the duration. Virtus.pro's time to shine, but Gyro very far away. Not anything. And Aegis will be claimed by Razor. there was no play to be made. VP just holding this mid lane, and now they jump in again onto the puck and down the pass will go.
Like miscommunication from Virtus.pro, where do they want to go, defend the Roche or not? The gyro was on different side, and it's really hard to push bit because Malice, the Disruptor ulti, and VP, not enough space. Razor, better hero to pick it up, because Dragonite is tanky enough and have to do
But like no one was making the call to say, hey, I need my BKB, Ramses, you have yours, that's all, you know, well and good, but I need a BKB too to be able to get into these fights. We're looking to try and match up and synchronize there between the gyro and the OD. You have to wonder what the rest of this VP team can do to delay things and buy enough time for it, because Vici game, by all means, are ready and, well, past ready. They want to go and fight. The Dust and the Sentry onto Roger. Brought down as he popped his head into that Radiant side jungle, and now the chase on. Solo and Ramses to the trees. They've got TPs. Way back line, makes it Solo. At least it was Solo.
At least they killed the support with a smoke, but again, it's a lot of gold. The DK ulti is up, so they can actually maybe even threaten the 3 towers, because they have no base defense. They have Orb and the Gyro's Black Cannon plus ulti.
Top tier, walk on. Trying to bring this one down, but the glyph is there and Puck just offer enough damage to get to hit that level 15. Maybe even then goes for the spell app if we're going to go for the Dagon build, but I think right click damage is going to work out this game. Bottom lane, Roger. And that Static Storm. Solo drops the well played. Lose their tier 2. Might have to say move into more. Top lane, Lanham is the one holding top against the Puck. There's the Rod of Atos, the jump away with the jaw. Okay.
Elder Titan. So far, they're gonna wait for the next Dragonite ulti until they decide to do something. Actually, they might find Pasha on top if he wants to blink in, use blink silence orb once again.
All down bottom, no one in. Fenrir goes for the TP out. Solo needs the Nightmare Grip, something. They'll get that one kill. Be it. Barazzi and 11. A little bit here, so Lincoln Sphere there on the Puck after the Blink Dagger. The Glimpse and Dragon Tail have been such an annoyance for Pasha. Big gem now for the other Titan. Again, trying to reward the entirety of the map.
Everyone is pushing the chemistry, but Dragonite getting close to his ones. They're just gonna cripple OD and the Gyro. The other 3 doesn't do that much. They have a pipe to deal with their supports and the offlaner, and they're tanky enough. All these beefy cores inside of Vici. 1.7k, 2000 HP.
Look at the ET! The ET has more HP than the Underlord. Level 13, level 14 across the 2 of them. And Lanham is impossible to kill in this game, it feels like, with his Rod of Atos. Yasha being brought out here by Paparazzi. Why going? Rogers find his place in this game, still sitting around level 8, closing it on 9, but they've lost.
He saw the chicken.
Oh, nice.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
That's some money. That's some gold in the pockets of the Dire team. But still losing every single outer tower now this tier 2 is dropping. Virtus.pro try and move across the map, mirror the movements, gets to push of their own down towards the bottom lane. Yeah, there is the gem passed over from ET to DK. Sorry. To break high ground now though, with Paparazzi still having Aegis for a good 40 seconds. They blink in off the Lincoln, starting to Static Storm, but the Force Staff quickly out from no one, saves Pasha. Nice play there as they move forward. Fenrir drops, statically in, no one runs. BKB out, but the Fiend's Grip on Ori. He doesn't have an Aegis, remember, he needs to pop his BKB, but Ramses clears up one, and Paparazzi will drop immediately after. Now Virtus.pro with the high ground hold, looking for 11. That's 3 in a row. 4 kills, and they can catch Paparazzi now. Lanham trying to sprint away, but Roger with the tracks, looking to try and cancel some TPs. The Astral there, and Razor has been caught hands down by the ankles. And Razor is gone.
they invested so much to kill the puck. The kinetic field did not connect with the static storm, so he got forced out. They were way too deep in, and the OD at this point deals a lot of damage. They also lost the which benefit bounty hunt a lot, and they're gonna just devoured. Look at the vision of Virtus.pro. Like, they wanna have a vision where they are they gonna group up? They're gonna go as 5 and push, so they can be Bernino puck easily deal with the split push. It's hiding in the trees with that Lincoln Spear, nothing.
I mean, quick use to the force staff by no one to get puck out of there. The fact that everything got spent, you know, even the Stomp, Malice, everything got thrown in, so there was nothing to cancel the Fiend's grip from Solo. He just stood there. You know, 5v5 fight happened, he stands there, gets the full duration grip off, which absolutely ruined the DK, couldn't even use his BKB. You won. And all of a sudden, Virtus.pro with that high ground hold, what is that, a good 5-6k net worth swing going their way. All the track kills in the world, all the experience going into their pockets. Virtus.pro from down in the dumps all of a sudden to kings on the freaking hill.
Yeah, that's Virtus.pro right there. Their team fight, how they deal with difficulty when they're playing from behind.
Boy, bottom lane. Being eyed up here by Asher. No one. Like with the backup, he's good enough to 5. All down forward. Going out the way with the help of the orb as well. Lanham and Fenrir a bit scared about the jump potential there. Yeah, they're scouting for people hiding in the trees just to the south. On the top lane, Paparazzi TP's away.
Once the OD finishes his second spear, that's gonna be a real problem for Vici. It's with the static link against the Beams and the Dragon Knight can have two Lincolns, so if Puck decides cast one on the OD or Gyro. Triple Vici.
Seeing a lot more early BKBs in this group stage. Yeah. DK and Razor, of course. Expend is there, has 9 seconds on Razor. DK still at 10. Oh yeah, of course, got gripped and couldn't use it previously. But got on OD, same story, down to 8 from them. OD on 9. It will start to be whittled away. You can be very careful with the usage of these BKBs. Go and DK TP out. You are split pushing. Well, a clear stack here by Vici Gaming, setting themselves up for Roshan. By all means, could be in the next couple of seconds. 2 minutes and 30. Going to be the long score. Well, that means we'll get some action. Splitting, no messing around, dancing around the pit. Team fights. Stuck in, involved. Pasha coming along very nicely here. Gold off it. Crack, going to expire on Paparazzi a little bit. And this is one of the problems playing against the back. You can't go for those quick smokes after disengaging. You have to wait, track to dissipate, dispel it, land style, local, whatever. Or you just have to wait that duration out and then go for smoke. So Vici Gaming here, you know, they technically could have gone for a smoke play just after disengaging mid lane. They have to go far.
The March on the bottom lane, he can buy as much time as possible. Balance under the pro. I think the division. Once he gets the agonist and corrupted, that's a game changer. In terms of our previous years, for the event for agonist, and actually that one. There's a pressure after that. So those BKB cores couldn't really work. Gonna scout it out.
Very simply there. Keyboard runs with his gem, good use. Gaining control of their jungle again, but rooting in and collapsing very quickly. Quite often that's a good thing, but in this case, with VP playing with them, dragging them from one side of the map to the other. The speed at which VP Gaming collapses means that they are just moving quicker into the position. They can't pop, they can't split push. Stuck in this kind of 5-man formation, allowing VP to get this far.
VP keeps all their lanes pushed out, so Vici Gaming can't do what they want. It feels like they're better. Yeah. As the game drags on, Virtus.pro line is much better with the Fox, Gyro, and OD. This OD could easily go up. When he gets the MKB, the Virtus evasion, that's gonna. Dragon Knight was so farmed at one point, but right now it's kind of
Yeah, 3,000 or so behind his counterpart, Virtus.pro. We know and love the way they play with solo playing the kind of 7 roll, but strip off to 11 Underlord Court. With that OE down to the Arcane Hall, the BKB will be put to good use and then bring down that Underlord offlaner and they hunt for more. Wave on the high ground, the Earth Splitter and Static Sword coming through onto the OC and they don't take Ramsey down with them and no one coming for here. No opportunity except to force that over high ground corner. Instead, after stuck in the trees, down goes Solo. Chases forward, gets the shrine up, Shuriken will connect though and Virtus.pro this time. The ones to lose out. We're kind of live.
only used BKB even when the Underlord was gripped. Sure, why was that? Even if they put this Static Storm up on him, the use it out. He didn't have it for Dragon Knight went in with it, and then follow up with the Static Storm. But once again, level 25, level 21 already, so purchase. Once that gold, baby.
Get those Dagons out. Get the refresher going. All the high ground scouts out. Anyone coming his way as Roshan, I think both teams fully aware now as should have gone full circle around the maximum score time by now. Roshan is guaranteed to be alive. Pro, one observed board out on the map currently, high ground here. Way in the base. Gaming no observed boards of their own anywhere on the map except this one side of their jungle, which really do right now, but well, Pasha. Position, interestingly enough, to get scouted, they can catch from the Roger, they'll short scout out the ET and the Razor. Then coming over, so Blink Pipe, BKB, opens up a lot of opportunities to BP as they go in for the 2-3 ball, those sports forward, left forward, onto the convey. Gaming a loop, both of their team by ult, though with Disruptor and Delta Titan both down, Virtus.pro have full reign on the rest of this map. They've even fought the BKB from Ori. Slow with the Janata coming through the Underlord ulti. Pasha trying to deal with this, but they will likely just Ori back into the fountain. 11.
Back to see one time. Can easily go. Rose, they have enough damage. Let's go. Still 20 seconds until Elder Titan respawn. That should give them enough time to actually stay down.
Down comes into the Solar Crest. Help out a hell of a lot. Pasha continues throwing out these waves towards Delta. Gaming, thinking about contesting. 11 moves forward. Dragon Knight, Paparazzi, and Vanguard as well. Snatched by no one. Now the BK from Paparazzi, but the coil is there on top of him, so Razor overplays there a little bit, and DP will come out again with a nice little snap.
On clock means what are we? Second BKB, 8-second BKB on Dragon Knight. You can kind of half range.
When the team kind of knocked out of the Vici Gaming sales here, they're not press forward, there are no tier 2s to go for. And now with Ori trying to play aggressively into this OD, but he pops JB, blocking those fall, but Solo pushes it back through the flanking bar. No one trying to do damage as he can, but Solo down, track and forth, Ramsey is forced to Astral as well. And he's going down as danger, he does have it, but he's re-fired. Ori would have got the play there as a nightmare will not set Ramsey to no one. Holding in his teeth, forced to run back home, tail between legs. Who alive for Virtus.pro and no life for the rest of their heroes? What the hell just happened?
You just lose the fight the lose racks and lose the game. We've seen it today in few hard games. Razor so technically shielded, but the problem was that the puck used an outfielder that they did not have anything to keep them in place. So OD and the Gyro can actually deal with that. So they essentially, I don't know what these racks will run down. Even the second one on the top lane. OD invests everything good. His item, big dagger, no buyback.
Yeah, Dragon is Dragon Ball and but they're still doing damage here. They're gone for ripping apart the second tier 3, looking for another lane of racks. So down the melee one now. Gyro trying to clear through catapults, 3 waves. 11. Dark Rift. Back home. Throw. Strength. Strength. Ages and cheese. Pretty damn good. And one jump from the DK gets in on top of Ramses and everything just falls apart.
This is why I'm saying that the DK is not losing any game this turn. Every game that I saw, he actually won the game.
That breeds fire play as well. Be coming out.
That as well. How much more do we have? We have some around the Roche pit, one scouting the BT base. That's pretty much it. Don't have any. Roger. All wards. Problem is that Dragon Knight has the gem.
Down here, BKB runs in. We'll have some cheese over on this OD. Ori back off the Lincoln. Ripped up now. Dragon Knight trapped in the coil. Paparazzi BKB goes to work over the Shiver's gun up there. Gaming have used a lot of their tools in the country from BKB. Spot on with the block one. Ori there. With the Sarge, the OD trap. That's open the BKB. Now he's so. Can't make too easy. But not one after the Lincoln top. He's slapped up. The Earth is going, but no one with that moss. Kill takes down to 11. Tries to clear up. No one and solo with the arcade plug is stunning and snapping and puncher. Will take on forward. Eventually they'll do it. It takes a bit of time, but a triple kill for no one. What they end up paying.
What is happening in here? They're back and forth, just repeat. The one team feeds, then another team feeds. I wouldn't call it a feed, but look at the goal swing.
Yeah, it's that surprise initiation. It feels like, right?
Whoever initiates the fight pretty much wins. Even though it was not the best initiation from OD, he went on Disruptor, used the BKB, Force Staff, and the Blink, and didn't even get a kill on.
He just jumped in, catch someone. Underlord forced to buy back even. Dragon Knight with 20 seconds left on his timer might be able to wait this one out. Creeps.
Yeah, it's hard to see tier 3s against Underlord and ET.
Very true. That is very difficult. Firestorm and that Spirit.
Also that cheese bought them a lot of time.
It really does come down to the past couple of days is that kind of snap surprise initiation. Like this, a Dark Rift with, what, 5 people moving to top. Ramsey had no idea this was coming. Bloodthorn forces the BKB. Dragon form now out onto Ramsey. Static Link raining a decent chunk of damage here as he astral up himself and the nice tags hold the clock. Hold it, Paparazzi. BKB comes out with Lincoln Ramsey's, but the Lincoln's on him gets him away from danger. Even though there was that surprise speedy initiation from VG Gaming, Virtus.pro did very well to keep Ramsey alive.
BKBs was buffed. The problem is that, again, that they have what, 2 Lincoln Spears, but getting close to level 25, exit another bomb boss that items.
Homes Club.
Also, BK went for 150 gold per minute. A lot of items if this game drags.
Yeah, that's what's enabled him to get that blood pool so quickly. That one off. Satanic is actually up. No assault cuirass here for me.
I guess the reason is that the Arcane Orb is pure damage, so go for armor gold instead.
Even up against the Gyro, or you just raid on the flag?
His Gyro deals a lot of damage, level 25, becoming missile charges, that changes things.
Pure, instead. Big. Gaming. Lanham. Very close to a full sacrifice. Clears this way even he can go quite done. Sure, what just happened over here? Well played, Doc. Anyone messed up? No funny business with accidental PKB usage or anything like that. Love the new gem for the team.
So this gem is going to the hands of Vici, Virtus.pro, Vici, Virtus.pro again. Quite has it on 5. I wonder what the Posh is going to be. More of a Dagon, or maybe a refresher.
He got the spell out, bro.
Yeah.
Feels like Dagon is an actual fresh.
Yeah, but with pressure roll, with some Aghanim Scepter ulti, he's keeping in place all gyro and move.
Maybe something like KP did. Like, plus Dagon level 2, not level 5. You know, don't max out Dagon, like, get 1 or 2 and then go into the pressure.
If they have 2 bikes after the first BKBs are gone, both plays they can just force them out and bikes.
Parazzi selling the one. Got something now, 5,000 gold saved by the Reaver. But you're going to have double side device here from Vici Gaming again. The Dark River Scouter this time, Roger sees them going. They're all down to the spot trying to shove out this wave, but Virtus.pro know now so they can just go mid and top lane, get up towards this kid. They ping it out, in fact. Of their own. But yeah, the 2 sides of Vice here. One for Lanham already done. Like 11 and his Underlord is closing in on 1. Those hexes could be vitally important.
Yeah, I'm not sure where Elder Titan is getting all this gold from. 43 minutes, 8 dots earned, and the full hex plus another 1,000 gold in his pockets. I had to check if he has GPM down. He does not still.
Hey, it's Lanham. You don't see it, but you know it's there. Got all that gold stacking up.
Big duck.
Big backline. Who we just have? Paparazzi. No buyback. Got the heart aiming toward Aghanims as his next. That's last item here to kind of top outside of boost travel for him. Jan. 40 seconds away. It is time now again for the smoke into smoke play. Pro all grouping up, scanning forward. They know the Vici Gaming are around in this area. Bottom lane, Pasha.
Radiant are
In
scanning.
jumping, boots of travel ready. Radiant scan forward, find no one. They do not find anyone, I should say, in this game. No one. There we go. He moves forward. Immediately BKBs. Paranoid out of his mind. Now Ori jumps in. Link. Pop there we go. Catcher and Gwen to save those. Goes in. The Link is down. One step away. Flips back though. The BKB will cancel that one out. It is immediate turnaround with a grip on the Razor. Now focus down to Ori. Brought to his knees in a matter of seconds as no one charges forward. There's brutally there from the pit of malice. Nightmare from Solo. But they'll get the Dark Rift back home. Losing only the Dragon Knight, but Lacoste opens up the map and Roshan for VP.
Yeah, it does, but the Dragon Knight has a buyback, no Dragon form. I'm not sure if Virtus.pro wants to go for it, but they should. They don't have. They have Mega Creeps on mid lane and partially on the top lane, so lanes are pretty much always pushed up. The only way Virtus.pro pushes is through the bottom lane. Some DP their tower is already on half HP. They might force.
They are on the road now after pushing out the waves. And the spirits. Starting things off. Catches only the bounty hunter. Well, I guess he has bounty and Roshan, but the BB side get the bounty. 11, Centurion, Solo, Scouted, 11, 9 men. Sleep on the disruptor, the pull down on the green coil. Be all over. Then got the call, Static Storm only on the base. Solo, the gyro, BKB, have to run away. 4 steps down the ground. Static Storm's broken, but Solo will be dropped. Now Paparazzi sprinting forward, the main back to DK, who was seconds away from respawning. Flies back himself, kills off Pasha.
No buyback Pasha. Please buy. And that's all refresher or if he has no buyback. The gold is coming up.
Minute and a half. He's 1,000 gold. That is going to take a long time. Secure down themselves. The jump in from Virtus.pro, 9 on DJ. He has pulled back to the kill. He can do a good amount of work, but for a fracture, Charles and Paparazzi out very quickly.
OD picked up some cheese.
11 has ages. That was a panic moment in the pit there. So the buyback from him might come to an end. They know where he is. Paparazzi's fast enough here with the SY drums phase. Gets the double curve for the rolling toss. And now, draining every bit of damage he can.
They're top already. They might surprise doing a good job keeping him alive for previous 2 or 3 fights.
But still no pot, no vein. Game, 2 full lanes to their name. Down towards that bottom. Tier 3 in the rack there. No one looks ready to fight Ramsey in 15 seconds. They need to kind of wait this one out a little bit. But hoping this is gone off the good case there.
Then they go back. They're going to have a Dragon Form nor a buyback.
Got the trying out of the way now.
Gyro, Soul 25, has enough to also via Racer. It's time.
Lolo's Gyro there as well.
I don't know. I really think.
With the Rapier up.
OD did not have a lot. So it's actually Gyro. She's face boots in the backpack, but still 8,000 gold. I mean, what he can do is buy second relic and demon edge and lock one of those. It doesn't the divine rapier and just do the fight.
Back for Mao, off 1. Okay. Rejoining. Clearing out the way with Pasha, but Vici Gaming got these guys pushed in. They know there is 1 point to attack, 1 point to defend. Heads here. Dragon Form is very again. Patiently. Sure that VP have to spread out. The pings are coming, saying, hey, we've got to deal with mid, with top. Random creeps approaching our base. I don't know where this range creepers come from or where he's going, but he will break the high ground there.
Razor actually picked up Dragon Scepter has no buyback. I'm not sure if they want to go all in since the DK has no buyback. Razor has no buyback.
Well, with the Hurricane Pike, immediate snapback of the Blinking Dragon Knight. Vici Gaming though on this high ground seem in a pretty decent spot now with the Stomp Splitter on towards OD, the 4-step away, the Refresher, and the 4-man Dream Coil in. But can they do any damage? They've caught now the Razor with the grip of the BKB and the Stack Storm, moving forward on the Ramses, bringing the OD down. Buyback available, will be forced, but now the Gyro capped in the slumber of death. Buyback forward from him as well. Virtus.pro dropping like flies, and they have to come back into this fight. But what can they give? They've used their double off from Pasha. They don't have an OD to turn in for Piggy. Stop forward, slept up. Lotus Orb is there, but it's all too little too late as Virtus.pro shoved back in their base. Pasha tries his best to keep this Vici Gaming lineup at bay, but the BKB from no one will come to nothing. Trapped in the pit, jumped by Ori, Lincoln's popped. Gyro saved by an Astral for a second, but in the end it's going to be Vici Gaming clearing through a number of VP heroes until they all return back to Fountain.
What a play from Vici. This is why Underlord is one of the better heroes in the late game. Getting close to level 25, and these 2 hexes are just way too much for Virtus.pro to deal with. Right, Gyro bought back, used the cheese, and now has Divine Raid. I think he needed to have that in the previous fight.
Yeah, and you may be thinking, you know, Vici Gaming, they come in here, they win a team fight, they don't get any objectives, but you look at the buybacks, they were setting themselves up for this block now. Gyro, OD, Bounty, Bane, no buybacks on anyone in this game except for the puck, in fact. Timers and the gold counters still ticking over. Just the rocks here, they're ahead in net worth. I don't know how how they do it. But VP are 2,000 net worth in the lead. I guess that does come from the lead they had being diminished down by Vici Gaming. Still, there is a way out for VP. They have not been megaed just yet.
I think they want to farm the buybacks, and they have a track, the buybacks from Virtus.pro, at least on the Razor. Yeah, Razor has it, and Underlord more than enough. Far away from one. Okay, Dragonite with the...
Now my enemy.
Paparazzi is gonna pick it up. I guess for the Eye of the Storm plus unstable current, he went for -3 seconds unstable current for a few seconds.
3.5. Got the Doomstick on the DK now as well. Nullifier Blood Forward. Catch this one. Shreds. There is a Lotus there on Roger. He has been pretty quick on his fingers utilising that. He up towards top lane. And Dark Rift from bottom to top. Going to throw a little unawares here.
Dragonite is in with that. Could give them the vision that they need to start a fight. Although Bane has a gem.
Lord. Moves Vici again with gem forward, looking for the bounty, looking for any observers.
Top shrine.
Protecting this rapier for now, Gyro. The shrine, hello. You've been around for a while. Well, down there by Vici. Slow and steady. Lana moving down to bottom, trying to clear out the waves that VP are so good. Nullifier for Pasha.
Nullifier is one of the better late game items. You can't use a BKB, so you can easily get focused. They need to use a Nullifier. This OD provides so much save, but the Linken's blocks. So he needs to pop either Bloodthorn, Heaven's Halberd, or a stun back pop.
It's gonna come down to one big last fight, isn't it?
Yeah, what is the buyback status? They were just waiting for
Vici have them.
Yeah, for Dragonite's buyback, and I guess they're to go. Please deal some damage to the tower. Always have that Underlord so he can TP them back if anything goes wrong.
Just see here, sentries, obs, sentry obs, sentry obs. VP know that they need to defend the space, make sure there's no, sneaky backstab plays from any invis heroes coming inside, trying or looking in behind them.
A Roche may respawn right now. Timing 1 minute.
Well worth the wait for them. Thanks to the expenditure of the rapier there, still being held, and that's an investment. Virtus.pro. Fall down as well to clear out the waves. Getting ready for that final strike.
I can't believe this game is so even in terms of, even though Virtus.pro is farming Mega Creeps, getting less gold.
I guess that is, Vici have spent a lot of the game like. VP have had Pasha, even Roger and Stolo splitting out the... I wonder where all his gold has gone to now. Mid-table net worth, just above the Underlord.
Keeping the vision on the road, which with illusion be gone in a couple of seconds. 4 seconds for illusion, 2 seconds for Roche, but it's not gonna spawn. Roche spawns later. Oh, what a timing! It just disappeared. Gary, you need to follow what I'm...
Yeah, I do. I was looking at Roger having the cheese, he's just standing there AFK with a gem trying to see what's happening. Go now.
The Roche spawned 2 minutes on buybacks for both board. Pro.
Louder over here.
Farting.
Shut up, Razor. I'm trying to listen to the Roshan's heartbeat here. Dr. Gary. Let's see if he's got the... the pit they go. Arcane Room pops up. The DK will be able to stab it, and a double damage down at the bottom spot.
Radiant are
And if
scanning.
BP go for this,
They can't go Bloodthorn or Hero Shop. Yeah. I wonder if he's gonna get this refresh. Probably.
Has fallen to the
Double
ring.
ult. I don't know. Double Hex.
who's gonna get the Aegis?
Immortality.
Pressure Shard on Razor. And a this blood. Where's G?
Huh?
ET with the G. There's so many items. 2 cheeses, 1 Pressure Shard, and 1 Aegis.
Need more slots, Ice Frog. And a little 7th slot. Give us options here. Vici Gaming ready though.
Imagine if you can buy a slot. Let's say 10,000 gold. Or 5,000 gold, which lasts 5 minutes.
So a rapier slot. Or a boot slot. Kasha, Drip Coil catches 2. Paparazzi. Mute now. That nullifier. Aegis may be forced here as the Phoenix Grip does come out, but the damage is lacking. The ultimate through onto 2. Down goes that Astral there to save up the gyro, but it looks like no one will fall. Dead for 2 minutes. The buyback on puck. Swing this one back around with a refresher of Dream Coil again, but the damage is still lacking from Virtus.pro, and Vici Gaming running rampant through this game, taking down the last lane of Rax. To finish this one off, the buyback OD now arrives, but the throne is exposed, and Paparazzi starts shredding it to pieces. Feebles are getting thrown out left and right. Ori inside the pit, dealing with the Astraling OD. Little Piggy and Ramses, unfortunately, looks like he will fall in a second. The Rapier on the deck somewhere as Paparazzi still holds on to the Aegis. Somehow he's not died yet. Finally he'll get taken out of their hands. He came in for 100, disrupted gone, but the Razor is spawned. Linked it up with no one there, draining out the damage, chasing him back. The Rapier reclaimed here by no one. The trouble is the thrower is taking way too much time, and that Aghanim Scepter is going away. Ramses, unfortunately, dead for 2 minutes, and here comes the cavalry. GG is called, and BP will tap out.
Another back and forth game. Amazing performance by both of the teams, but Vici Gaming had this beefy core that was way too much for Virtus.pro.